Welcome to Shmirchik Tipsy Tarot, where you'll experience my unpleasantness. Anyone who's interested in reading can get in line. I'll try my best to help you guys out, whoever is interested. Let me get myself a pen. And I don't know if you guys can hear me. Hello? Yeah, it's on. Here's my pen. Now that I'm at it, I might as well. It's July 3rd, July 8th. Monday. Go to therapy. Take. Okay. Let me check if my thing is live. Let's see. Let's check. Let me check if I'm public. Let's check that it's working. Yeah, it's working. Mazel tov. Shocking, right? So it'll take some time to wait for. Let me get my cards ready. Let me get my cards ready. Not wait for the last second. Here's my cards. Let me get the dice, the Astro dice. So we can use all this stuff, all this tools to get more info. Let's get the cartomancy, because all these cards they work really well together. What else do I need? I can also use the oracles. I can use a Sibylla because it's kind of like an oracle. In the meantime, I'll make myself. I'll get myself some really nice stuff to eat while I wait around. If no one comes on in the next minute or two, I'm going to go and do something else. Right? Hi. Hi, Mr. Subin. You want a reading? Okay. What's the question? How's your future? Okay. Give me a minute. To get into it. Okay. How's Mr. Subin's future? How's Mr. Subin's future? Let's mishmash the cartomancy. I'll pull a few cards for you. Now I'll also do this. How's Mr. Subin's future? Aries, 12th house. Hold on. Oh, God. 12th house is the subconscious, Neptune. I need my this, and this. Right? Okay, so we have here the 12th house of the subconscious, your shadow self. It talks about you basically not dealing with problems within yourself, and which is limiting your life, right? You need to face your shadow self, it seems to say. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but we have the thing is Aries, right? So Aries is like a fire sign, which it talks about having the courage and just jumping into things. Perhaps you have to jump into things and take on a challenge and not be so to be more independent. And then we have the 1 second. What is that? A sign, right? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I'm looking for the Libra sign, right? The Venus. Yeah, so that's Venus. It talks about you liking beauty, right? And stuff. So I'm not sure how that ties in, but we'll pull the other cards, right? How is his future? It talks about you holding on to the past and holding on to money. It talks about perhaps some sort of changes happening in the future and having regrets and some sort of feeling rejection from some people. And then Page of Cups reversed and Seven of Swords reversed. So the Page of Cups reversed, it's pull my Page of Cups. Hold on. Disappointment in relationships. So if you're in a relationship with somebody, it talks about you being disappointed, and it talks about you needing to come clean about things, or somebody might come clean to you in the relationship about something, right? And they might tell you things and they will tell you they were lying. And it talks about feeling guilty and consequences for actions. So I'm not sure what that means. If it's talking about you or somebody that from your life. Hope, romance, fantasy, business part. So there's somebody in your life that's two-faced, right? It talks about having disappointment. So that goes with the Page of Cups reversed. Disappointment in either a business partnership or some sort of relationship in your life, right? I'm not sure who. And it talks about like you might having like this changes that might be coming it might be financial troubles, and just be aware of somebody that's two-faced. And is there someone pregnant in your family, right? It talks about you having like some sort of soulmate in the future, or you already have that. I'm not sure. Unexpected lessons, risks for large gains. Someone will let you tell you bad news. Let me pull more cards. Blocks from your intuition, the sun reverse, things coming out. I feel like things are going to come out that are hidden, that you'll be in denial of some sort of truths. And I feel like it's a little bit more complicated. What's going to happen is because it might be somebody you know in a business agreement that's two-faced, that might disappoint you and let you down. It could be somebody in your family that will, and then they will tell you the truth will come out, like somebody's been sneaking around doing something not nice, unethical. It talks about blocked, the high priestess, it's reversed, so it's like blocked intuition. And the sun, it's afraid of, it talks about you having a pessimistic, some pessimistic view, right? And some sort of painful truth is going to come out. And Page of Pentacles reversed, so it's undisciplined, unorganized, laziness, no commitment. So I don't know if this is going to happen in your life, or if it already happened, or if it's just nonsense, right? So that's what I see. All right. You're welcome. Is there anyone else that wants a reading? Or hi, Angelus Carter. Do you want a reading? How have I been? I'm okay, I guess. How are you? Do you have a question? You're not doing well? What's happened? So what's your question? I'm getting over this guy basically played me and he didn't tell me he was in a relationship and he's moved. I'm not judging you. Hi, Tatiana. I wouldn't judge you for such a thing. Like, yeah, a long time. He what he did to you, it's his shame. It's not your shame. Just to understand that. You know what I mean? Like, he did to you what, he's an asshole. He's a bad person. And if you're pure of heart a lot of the time, yeah, I'll put you on a list. So Angelus is now, and then you'll be after. So basically, okay, I put you on the list, Tatiana. You'll be after Angelus. What he did to you was wrong, of course, and it's his shame, and you don't have to be ashamed for being played because, firstly, relationships is really tough. Secondly, to find somebody is really hard. And thirdly, if you're a good person, and you're a good man or woman, there are many wolves out there that will mistreat you and be bad to you. So, yeah, just have to understand that. I'm all right, Tatiana. So what's your question, Angelus? He's a loser, but I got mad, so I texted him a nasty text. Yeah, sounds like something I would do. And I spammed his phone. I want to know how does he feel about the text I sent. Yeah. Will he press charges on you? Well, generally, even if you're angry, you shouldn't threaten their life because even if you don't mean it, they're going to come after you. So let's ask for you, right? Let's pull the cards. He was a loser. Okay, Angelus Carter. Will he press charges? How does he feel? And will he press charges? I was drunk with friends and kept calling his phone with star 67. Oh my god, you're so funny. I'm sorry that you went through that. You know, like it's very tragic. So how does he feel? And will he press charges? Death reversed. Having a hard time for the changes. Empress reversed. No growth. Ace of Wands. Five of Swords. Huh. How does he feel? Okay, so death reverse, it's like having trouble adapting to the changes. Were you with him for a long time, or the death reverse, it's like having trouble adapting to the changes. I'm not sure if this is how he's feeling, right? And the Empress reverse, it's like unable to grow, unable to conceive, right? Dependence. I think that he's a domineering person. Perhaps he thinks you're domineering, but and you're attention whore, but then I think and he thinks you're dependent. But the Ace of Wands, it might feed his narcissism. Like with the Ace of Wands, it's like new beginnings, excitement, the sexual energy. It might even turn him on. Like he might be creepy like that. Ace of Wands offering can be sexual. He might feel like he wants to give you an offering of sexual offering, and he's got some sort of new idea in regard to you. Five of Swords reversed. It's grudge, resentment, desire to reconcile. He might want to like reconcile, say he's sorry, get back together with you. And then we have High Board. You've known him for years, right? Oh wow. So and the Emperor is like he's in control. He likes the control. I think the Emperor is somebody who's in a leadership position and authority, and he might have a desire to reconcile with the Two of Cups, repair the relationship, and then move on with all the baggage and feeling as if he is the lesser of two evils, right? So he might look at the situation like the lesser of two evils, but I don't see him really pressing charges. I'll put board. I'll put you on the list if you want. I think it's too late. So I call him some slurs and mean things. Oh, don't worry. It doesn't matter. You don't want to be with him, first of all. Second of all, I'm just telling you what he might try to do. I'm not suggesting that you actually go ahead and accept him back. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a good person. Do you know what I'm saying? But I did it to him because he said I never cared about you and fuck you before we broke up in June. Wow. Yeah, he's a monster. He hurt you bad, you know? Tell me more about this guy. How does he feel towards Angelus? You've known him for years. Wow. Really sad. It's betrayal, you know? And I found out he was in a relationship this whole time. You should go to the woman. No, don't get involved, actually. It could get dangerous. New beginnings. Yeah. There's knowledge, talent, a letter, solid contemplation, to pay secrecy. He's full of secrets, this guy. And, you know, it tells you to be caution. Miscommunications, caution, advise, evil coming from abroad, right? Arguments. He feels like, you know, there's he's been fighting with you and people are jealous and a new relationship. This doesn't really explain. One second, let me ask again. Tell me the feelings. Tell me what's happening here. He told me about her, but was saying they are done. Oh yeah, sure. Never believe a cheater. Mental effort, clarity, ignoring interruption, surprise, romance. He'll probably come back to you. I wouldn't be surprised if he's married and he's still married and he didn't tell you and he is right. It could be also that he's got somebody pregnant also. Right? So what I'm saying is that he's probably going to come back to you to try to use you a little bit more because he sees that you're like vulnerable and he thinks he can manipulate you like he manipulated you until now. So my suggestion would be to block him, cut him off, and lick your wounds and see all the damages and try to pick up and move on because observe the damages, lick your wounds, make sure the dust is settled, and basically observe your situation, and from there try to move on. Do you know what I'm saying? He told me about her, but saying they're done. No, they're not. He made me feel insecure because this whole time he was making me feel weird for being gay. You're bisexual, maybe? When he was using me for an experiment. Oh, because he's fetish. Ew. Oh my god, stay away from him. Pick up your crown. Like they say, they say, pick your crown up, put it back on your head, and understand that he's a sick person. And his issue, his wickedness, and his nastiness, and his objectification of you is not okay. And it's a reflection of him. And don't even bother trying to fix it or fix him. And don't feel ashamed of what happened to you. I understand the frustrating feeling of like, oh, he did this to me, I feel bad and all that. Just how could I have been fooled? How could he have treated me like this? How could I have let myself be treated? But what's done is done, and we've all been fooled. Every single one of us, myself included. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if he got his ex pregnant. He's probably lied to you. He's probably married. I think he's married, and he's got his wife is pregnant, and he's been cheating on her. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Andrea, Hector. Would you like to be on the list? Okay, so Board is next. Yeah, I would be shocked if you guys found that she was buying him things. Oh, so he's also a hobosexual. You know what a hobosexual is? It's somebody who goes to women and uses them for money. Okay, so Board, no, Tatiana. Sorry, Tatiana, are you there? Tatiana? Andrea, I'll put you on the list. Andrea, Tatiana, you there? I'm telling you, like, just understand, just understand, yes, there's karma, but you shouldn't be concerning yourself with his life and what will come his way, and if he's gonna get punished or not, because these kind of people, they have issues, and you're not the only one that they've hurt along the way. They leave a trail of destruction behind them. So just know that. Tatiana, are you there? I'm telling you, it's like really tragic. Do you know how many guys I've dated? You have no idea. And how many empty numbskulls there are, like literally empty numbskulls who are just there for a sexual encounter, to use women, to manipulate, to feel power. They're men who are on a power trip, so they like to dominate through sex. There's a lot of perverts out there, and it's really hard to, even, and especially when you know someone for many years and you think they're a certain way, and then you get into a relationship with them, and then it's like that's like the worst thing, I think. You know what I'm saying? Tatiana's not there. Okay, Board, you there? Board 247. You want to be on the list? If not, then we'll move to Andrea. Andrea, what's your question? Andrea or Andrea? Hi, I know my boyfriend Jamie has been texting his ex very intimate texts. Mind you, can you tell me all the tea on the situation? Like what they've been saying, like what the texts were, or you want to know, like, what do you want to know exactly? Can you be specific? And then we can maybe get into it. You know what I mean? We've been living together for 5 years. Wow. Wow, I'm so sorry. That's really tragic. That's really horrible when you're living with somebody that you're supposed to love and they do this to you. And to feel like you're not the only one. And to feel like the betrayal, it's really, really tragic. I know, like, everybody has like a situationship where they just can't, they're together, but they, you know what I'm saying? Tatiana, I'll do you after Andrea, because I called your name many times and you weren't here, so now I've moved on to Andrea. But you can be after Andrea. Does he want to go back to her because one of the texts said that she's in the love of his life? Does he want to go back to her? Sure. Does he want to go back to her? Because one of the texts said that she is the love of his life. Generally, like, people, if you want a reading and you don't stick around and wait for your turn and you miss your turn, generally I'm going to have to put you back on the bottom of the list because I can't be responsible for your internet issues. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, since there's no one else on the bottom of the list, you'll be after Andrea. Does he want to go back to her because one of the texts said she's in love with him? Try to meditate and try to get the truth. Oh my god. Let me pull these cards again. Hold on. I hear that, Tatiana. It's just that you're not the only one that does that kind of thing, you know, like makes excuses and then comes back. And I'm not trying to be rude. It's frustrating, you know what I mean? I know it's hard to wait, but for me, it's also hard. Morning, Binks. Magician reversed, 2 of swords. Does he want to go back to her? So he's a conning. He's basically a cheater, right? It seems to say he lies and cheats with the magician reversed. He's a master manipulator, a cheater. The magician reversed, it's somebody who's basically deception, unused gifts, manipulation, illusion, greed, not trustworthy, con man. So you can't really trust him. The 2 of swords, he's feeling confused and blinded, and he's indecisive. He doesn't know what he wants. 2 of swords. He doesn't really. Confusion, decisive, and indecisive. Doesn't know what he wants. Yeah. He's trying to figure out a compromise. Do you know what I mean? And he does have a desire to make peace with both of you, probably. But then the Empress, it's like, it's pregnancy, it's wanting to grow, right? The question is, like, he's trying to start a relationship. Like, I see him wanting to get this lady pregnant and, you know, Page of Pentacles. Because I have the Empress here, Page of Pentacles. I wonder if he already got her pregnant. Child, young person, newness. Talks about children. Does he have a kid with this lady? Laying foundation, progress, and the King of Cups. Yeah, it seems like he has a lot of love. King of Cups. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just trying to understand the cards here. The King of Cups is somebody who stands in power, emotionally open. He's emotionally open to her. Gratitude, supportive. He likes the control. One second. 9 of Pentacles. But he doesn't realize it's not going to succeed. It's a fleeting success. It's the 9 of Pentacles reverse. It's he's living beyond his means. He's trying to buy happiness. He's craving independence. He's trying to resist being with her, but like, 1 second. Yes, his daughter is 34 years old. His daughter? He has a daughter that's 34? No, what I'm saying is, like, with his ex. Oh, his ex, they have a daughter. You're saying this ex, the same ex, they haven't been together for 30 years. Oh, so they have a daughter. Oh. So he has a kid. Because I have the Empress here wanting to start, like, with the child, and he's emotionally open to her, but it's fleeting success. You're welcome, Angelus. Oh my god. Yes, it's always before. Yes, they have it. Wow. Oh my god. You see how much information the cards give me? Help from a master ally, success, exhaustion, undeserved guilt, infidelity. So, you know, if he's gonna oh my god, okay, wow. So there's already something there. Wow. Emotional facing father, perhaps. Honest blonde woman, good advice. Kind blonde woman. Exhaustion, undeserved guilt, trouble in relationships, infidelity, stressful situations involving bad news, indecision, fear or job, frequent changing. I wouldn't trust your, I don't know if it's your husband. I wouldn't trust him because it seems to say here that he frequently changes partners, losing a friend or important person. I wouldn't. I would brace yourself. Confusion, escape difficulty in business, stable bench, tap talk, manipulative, seductress, jealous woman. Yeah, I wonder if the ex is jealous of you, and I wouldn't be surprised if he upped and disappeared. You know. So what I'm saying is like just because the cardomancy together with this, it says, I just pulled the cards without really asking. It says like a loss of a friend. So you consider him a friend. It might be somebody that he frequently goes with many people, and you know what I mean. Like, your question is, will you be successful? So how does that sound? Like I don't want to like predict anything, but what I'm saying is just like brace yourself. Thanks. I'll put you on the list. Does that make sense to you? Wait, so you're well, I've been planning on moving back to my hometown. By yourself or with him? You're living with him 5 years. I'm looking back at what you said. Oh my god. You're living with him 5 years. Who's paying the bills? Is it him or you? Yeah, I would suggest, like, if you saw his text. Do you have kids with him? Like, what you have to decide for yourself. At the end of the day, what's going to serve your best interests? You know what I'm saying? You're paying for everything. So he's a homosexual. Get out of that situation so fast, as much as you can. Leave him. Don't even tell him you're leaving. Just take your stuff. Take whatever you got. Leave him. Cancel everything. Leave him. Cancel everything and move back to your hometown. And next time, if a man is, you have to see his behaviors, right? From the beginning, especially. And even if he starts progressing and he starts asking for money, you have to just get out of there so fast. It's perversion for a man to take a woman's money. It's perverse. You know what I mean? So that's why you have to understand the role of a man is to give and to love and to protect and to provide. And if he's making you his provider, just understand that that's not normal. And even though a lot of men do that, it shouldn't be normal and it's not okay. And get out of there as fast as you can. And don't look back. Don't look back and say, I know you feel like you might have wasted your time 5 years with him, but just look back at it as a learning experience, something that you had to go through. Because, you know, I've also been in that situation. I say, how could I have wasted 2.5 years with this schmuck, you know? Like, but just understand that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Who's next? Tatiana, you there? Tatiana, you there? Or cute. Hold on. Tatiana, you there? No? Okay. Board is not there. Binks, you there? Dawn. It's Dawn. That's really nice. Thank you. I appreciate all that you do for us. You're welcome. I really appreciate you for being kind and giving me the opportunity to read for you. You know what I mean? Like, even though, whatever, you know. I really hope that you make the right decision, and I really hope that you make the right decision, do what's best for you, and find someone better, or don't even look. Just, if it's meant to be, it'll be, you know. And you could put yourself out there, but whatever will be, will be. Okay, looks like there's nobody else that wants a reading, so I think I'm gonna go. Right? Anyway, it's been real. I really appreciate the people that were here, and I guess I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye.